Hi students, welcome back to Google Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Hope you all are fine over there.
Children, in the previous session, we have discussed about John Stock Company and its main features. Today, we will discuss the most important facts related to John Stock Company. John Stock Companies are owned by more than one person. They are known as shareholders. Do you know what do you mean by a share? The capital of the company is divided into small parts. It is called shares. Capital is raised through the issue of shares. Then, what do you understood by the word shareholder? The person who purchased the share is called shareholders. Shareholders are the real owners of the company. Then, who is controlling or managing the joint stock company? The managing body of the company is called Board of Directors. Board of Directors are elected by the shareholders of the company. Now, let's discuss about the main merits of joint stock company. The first one is limited liability. The liability of shareholders is limited to the amount they have invested in the business. It means their personal property remains safe in case of bankruptcy. This advantage encourages large number of investors to invest in the business. And the next important merit is transfer of interest. In case of a public company, transfer of interest in shares and debentures is quite easy. Therefore, the members may convert their financial instruments into cash whenever they wish. And this avoids blockage of investments and present the company as a favorable avenue for investment purposes. The next merit is perpetual or continuous existence. Existence of a joint stock company is unaffected by the death, insolvency or insanity of either shareholders or managers. That means a company will continue to exist even if all the members die, and it enjoys greater stability and hence can do better business. Another important merit of joint stock company is scope for business expansion. A company has potentialities to build a vast empire by expanding its business operations. This is made possible by large amount of financial resources and skilled management available to the company. It becomes possible for the company to organize production activity on a large scale. Another important merit is professional management. Companies, because of the complex nature of their activities and large volume of business, require professional managers at every level of organization. Because of the size of their business and financial strength, they can afford to appoint such managers. This leads to efficiency in management of their affairs. So, these are the main merits of joint stock company. Now, let's discuss about the main limitations of joint stock company. The first one is difficulty in formation. The formation of a company is quite difficult than sole proprietorship and partnership. It requires a lot of formalities along with preparing a number of documents such as registration certificate, commencement certificate, memorandum and articles of association and prospectus. From this, we can understand the formation of a company is time consuming, expensive and complicated process. The next limitation is lack of secrecy. A company cannot maintain secrecy of its financial position. Every year, financial annual statements are distributed among shareholders, registrar, bankers and stock exchanges of the company. This disclosure helps the competitors to know the strong and weak points of the concern. Another important limitation of joint stock company is impersonal work environment. The large size of a company makes it difficult for the owners and top management to maintain personal contact with employees, customers, and creditors. Another important limitation is numerous regulations. A company is subject to many legal provisions and compulsions in respect of aspects including audit, voting, filing of reports, and preparation of documents. And it is required to obtain various certificates from different agencies, namely Registrar, SEBI, etc. All this process is time consuming, expensive, and reduces the freedom of operations. And the next important limitation is delay in decision making. As compared to sole proprietorship and partnership, the process of decision making takes longer time in case of joint stock company, because no single person can take a policy decision. All the important decisions are taken either by the board of directors or by the general body of shareholders. So, it becomes difficult to decide quickly and act promptly. Consequently, the opportunities for profit may be lost due to delay in decision making. The next important limitation is oligarchic control. A company is owned by a large number of shareholders, but it is managed by a few representatives who are elected to the board of directors. So, the board of directors enjoys very wide powers of the management, and it is the final decision-making authority on vital issues concerning business. This leads to concentration of power in a few hands. And the last limitation of joint stock company is conflict in interest. Unlike a sole trader's business and a partnership firm, a joint stock company has to reconcile the conflicting interest of various groups associated with it. For example, shareholders need higher dividends. Employees demand higher wages and salaries. Customers expect better quality of goods at a lower price. And the government wants higher taxes. The bigger the company, the greater is the conflict, and it is really difficult to satisfy such diverse interests. So these are the main limitations of joint stock company. Now let's discuss about different types of joint stock company. Joint stock company mainly divided into two types. They are private company and public company. Then what is private company? Private company means a company which restricts the right of members to transfer its shares, and it has a minimum of 2 members and a maximum of 200 members, and it does not invite public to subscribe to its securities, and it has a minimum of 2 directors. And at the same time, it is necessary for a private company to use the word private limited after its name. So these are the main features of private company. Now let's discuss about the main features of public company. A public company means a company which is not a private company. As per the Companies Act, a public company is one which has a minimum of 7 members and no limit on maximum members. It has no restriction on transfer of securities, and it is not prohibited from inviting the public to subscribe to its securities, and it has a minimum of 3 directors. So these are the main features of public company.
So students, I hope all of you understood the concept clearly. And please note that the related URLs, notes of the lesson and test paper are also attached along with the class. Make use of these available materials. Study well and attend the test paper without fail. That's all for today. Thank you.